Welcome back to another video, my brothers. Today's video is titled 10 Things Every Man Must Know. Make sure you watch this entire video. I've got a bonus point for you in the end. Let's get straight into it. The first point is heartbreak is a tremendous source of energy, and a source of energy that you cannot allow to go to waste. It's painful, bro. I've been there. You feel crushed. You envisioned a future with this girl and you had it all mapped out. And then it comes to an abrupt end, almost like a car crash, out of the blue, boom. And usually it wasn't out of the blue, there were signs. But when you're young and stupid, you don't realize the mistakes you make. And so the relationship suddenly ends, and there you are now. You've got so much free time. Normally you'd be speaking to her, hanging out with her, but now you're by yourself. I don't want you to curl up into a ball and cry for months and months and months. In the beginning, it's going to hurt, bro. First few months, you're going to be thinking about her quite a lot. But I don't want you to stay in a state of sorrow and despair and not do anything with your life. Because most guys, unfortunately, get worse after a breakup. They gain weight. They don't have any more motivation to work on their side hustle. And they just give up, basically. They wither away. And if anything, she probably looks at you, or if she does somehow keep an eye out on you, she probably sees that you've become worse, and that gives her a feeling of satisfaction. I've made the right decision. Now, I don't want you to get better just to prove a point to her. No. Although for some of you, if you want to dig into that energy, you're more than welcome to, as long as you're not insulting towards her and, oh, I'll show you, you little... Nah, you don't have to say things like that. But if you want to prove a point, maybe she said something like, I just don't think you have a good future. You know? I don't think you're going to become something, you know, because some girls will say some hurtful things. And so if you feel like, proving a point will help you go out there and grind hard, then, hey, go for it, mate. Now, I want you to improve, however, because you deserve a good life. Harness that fucking pain, bro. Go hit the gym. Most guys take the gym seriously after a breakup, but when they're in a relationship, they're fat bastards. You know? The guy that met her in the beginning is not the guy that she left. In the beginning, you were ripped. You would go to the gym 4 or 5 times a week. You made no excuses. Towards the end of the relationship, you looked like a shadow of your former self. Unrecognizable. Chubby face. 35% body fat. What happened, bro? You should always be in the gym. Never let yourself go in a relationship. First of all, because it's healthy for you. When you're in the gym and you're training, it's good for your body. Not just physically, but also mentally. And to add to that, your woman will appreciate you being in shape. You're more desirable. You know, some women end up leaving guys because the guys just gave up. They stopped working out. They stopped, being creative and working on a business of some sort. They just lost it. And so she feels like, well, look at this guy. Is this going to be the future for us? Is this how he's going to be? So in some cases, she had every right to leave you. But I want you to do something with the pain, bro. Don't let the pain of a heartbreak go to waste. Harness it. Become better in every aspect, physically, financially. Improve. For you, first of all. Come on, man. Do it for you. Because you deserve a good life. All right? That's the first thing. The second thing is, your 20s are your testing years. Go out there and try shit, bro. A lot of guys worry that they feel like they have to make a decision by 21 or 22, or if they don't have it figured out by 23, that khalas, it's game over. They'll never figure it out. And, bro, I didn't know what I wanted to do until I was like 25. And I'm still flexible. I'm still open to adjusting things. Maybe if I go this direction, because you're a human being. You're not set in stone. This is who you're going to be for the rest of your life. No, ideas change. Interests change. So don't worry if you don't know absolutely, as a matter of fact, what you want to do for the rest of your life. Okay, go out there and try shit. Drop shipping, Amazon, trading. And you don't have to love all of it, by the way. As long as you're curious about the subject matter and you find yourself wanting to dig deeper into it. Oh, that's so interesting. Why is that the case? Shit, no way. Because when you have that natural interest, you tend to want to work harder. But when you feel like you're dragging yourself to do it every time, then maybe it's not the right thing for you. But also bear in mind that you're not going to find everything enjoyable about what you do. Some things you're not going to like. And some days you're just going to have to drag yourself out of bed, even if it's something that you find interesting. It's just human nature, bro. We don't always feel fucking excited to do shit. Nah, sometimes you just want to lay in bed and do nothing. So try things out. 6-8 months. Solid work. Follow a plan. Buy a course. Don't be cheap. I bought several courses on trading, Amazon FBA, social media marketing. For me, day trading was the thing that captivated me the most. And I stuck with it. Did I love everything about it? Nah, not really. But I find it really interesting. And that's why I stuck with it. All right. The next point is public speaking will rapidly accelerate your communication skills. You know, I remember the first time I stood up, my mind sat back down. Shout out to the GOAT, Jim Rohn. That's how it felt for me, man. I stood up and I was shaking, bro. Fucking hell, all these people are staring at me. There was like 20 people. They were all looking at me like, what's he going to say next? And I was so paranoid. I was overthinking it. You know, most people don't actually give a fuck. You know, they're not judging you down to the molecular level. Now, they're just waiting for you to say what you have to say. And if anything, they wish they had the courage to stand in front of the room, because most people aren't going to do it. In fact, they've said that public speaking is more feared to most people than death. People would rather die than speak in front of a large group of people. That's how intimidating it is. So if you can master your fear of public speaking, man, you'll become dangerous. It rapidly accelerates the process of you becoming a great speaker, because you're just thrown right into the deep end. You're not just speaking to 1 or 2 people. You're speaking to potentially 20, 30, 40, 50, and even over 100. The biggest event I spoke at was about 2,000 people. And I was so proud of myself that day, because I remember the first time I spoke in front of 6 people. And just the complete change. I didn't even recognize who I once was. I was like, Ali, man, you're so calm and collected on stage. Was I ever an amateur? I even forgot that once upon a time, I was crap. It's just because of how far I've come. So speak in front of people, bro. Go to Toastmasters. Toastmasters is an organization that allows you to, on a frequent basis, speak in front of a large group of people. Volunteer. There was an event once where the main speaker wasn't able to attend. It was about 80 people. And I was informed enough about this subject matter. So I decided to volunteer to cover for him. Now, bear in mind, I was about 20, 21 at the time. But I was like, Ali, the only way you're going to get better, bro, is to throw yourself in the deep end. You know what? Volunteer to speak. Cover for this guy. So I spoke to the organizers of the event. I said, I'll do it. Let me do it. Was I scared? Abso-fucking-lutely. Did I do it anyways? Abso-fucking-lutely. That's the only way to get better, is to confront your fears head on and not cower away. I could have very easily tucked my tail between my legs and sat down like a little coward. Nah, I want to get better, bro. I care about Ali. That's how I improved and improved and improved. I did it over and over again. I was seeking opportunities where I could speak in front of people. I wasn't waiting for them to come. You can't be passive. You got to go out there and chase it, bro. Yeah, I want to speak at this event. Make some arrangements. You need to be at the front of the room. You learn so much about yourself, bro. And you learn so much about communication. You know, I always say communication is both verbal and non-verbal. How you stand at the front of the stage. In the beginning, my hands were in my pockets. I was always looking down. I wouldn't really move. I would be standing in the same place. Over time, I learned the importance of opening up your body. Walking around the stage slowly. You know? So public speaking will change your life, fellas. Take it seriously. And even if you don't want to get into sales or public speaking as a career, still do it. Because it will accelerate the process of you overcoming your anxiety. Some of you guys have incredible social anxiety. Every time you're around people, you panic. Public speaking will help you overcome that. It's going to be very uncomfortable in the beginning, but it's going to be very transformational for you. All right? The next thing, fellas, is everything is risky. You know, a lot of guys have a poor relationship with risk. Oh no, it's risky. I don't want to do that. You're not going to get eaten by a fucking lion, bro. We're talking about buying a course and learning a new skill. Not everything is as dangerous as your mind has painted it out to be. Now, granted, jumping into a cage with a lion, bad idea. That's not the kind of risk I'm talking about here. But, you know, starting a business, putting £2,000 into it. Yeah, you could lose it, and it's never nice losing money. But the experience will serve you in the long run. It will help you. You know, the only true failure, and this is a separate point in itself, is quitting, fellas. But making a mistake along the way, that's okay, man. You know, you're not going to get it right the first time. If you do, fantastic. Consider yourself the exception. But most people are going to fail. And I'm using the word fail here just to make this sound a lot more practical for you. But failure in my books is quitting. But if you make a mistake, you're getting closer to success, by the way. What did Thomas Edison say? I didn't fail 10,000 times. I found 10,000 ways it didn't work. Mindset, bro. Perspective. He didn't see, oh, I failed. No. I carried on. I found this way that didn't work, that way that didn't work, and eventually we fucking got it, didn't we? As long as you don't give up, you're destined to win, bro. Especially if you're following a proven model. You know, for example, day trading is something that many people have done before. So it's not like I'm trying to get to fucking Saturn or Jupiter, where no man has ever dared to go to. I mean, fucking Mars, we're just about looking into it. So you get the fucking point here, bro. Not everything is as scary as your mind's painted it out to be, bro. Take risks. Otherwise, you're going to be in the same situation for the rest of your life. Always a coward. Oh, I don't want to spend $2,000 in case I lose it. But you'll spend $2,000 on a gaming PC. That doesn't do anything for you, but drains you from your money and your time. Now, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy gaming and stuff. Nah, cool, bro. Do that. But I'm just using this as an example for you. Don't be terrified of risk. The next point is, money is a consequence of competence, of providing value to the marketplace. Improve your value and the money will come. Remember, success is not something that you chase. It's something that you attract. Jim Rohn used to say, success is looking for a good place to stay. If you're someone who's value orientated, then money is on its way to you in enormous quantities. You'll have to almost push it away. I've got too much. Chill out, you know. Because you care so much about refining the process, improving your skill, the money will come, bro. I made a video the other day talking about one of the mistakes I made when it comes to money, which was getting frustrated when it didn't come to me early on in the process because I only wanted the money. I wasn't focused on the process. I was focused on the money. And whatever you chase is typically what? Running away from you. If you run after a cat, in most cases, that cat's going to run away. Now, if it runs towards you, then you better fucking run because that cat ain't normal. Right? Focus on becoming as valuable to the marketplace as possible. You got to get fucking good, bro. Stop being entitled. Stop thinking, oh no, the money should be here by now. No, you're shit still. Get better. I'm sorry. You know, if I look at my analytics on YouTube and I see that a video didn't perform well, I have to get better the next time. Maybe I need to learn a few things, tweak a few things. I'm open-minded. When it comes to trading, oh, I made a mistake here. I entered too early. You know? You receive the feedback. You make some changes. And hopefully the next time you get the result that you want. And you know what? You're not going to win all the time. Even when it comes to trading, for example. It's impossible to win all the time. Impossible. And if anybody ever tells you, oh yeah, my strategy wins 100% of the time, they're fucking lying to you. And that's the same with life. You're not going to win all the time. Even the best football teams don't win every championship every year. At some point, somebody else. Remember Leicester? When was it? 2016? Premier League? Shocked everybody. What the fuck, Leicester? What? Right? So, look, you're not going to win all the time. That's okay. But focus on improving. Focus on becoming as valuable as possible. The money will go up. You'll notice it. And you'll be a lot more relaxed. You won't be stressed about money anymore. Nah, it's coming, bro. I'm getting better. The money's on its way. Your aura will be attractive. Remember what I said? Success is looking for a good place to stay. If you're that kind of person, success will be on its way to you. All right? The next point is, the person you become in the process is far more important than the result. This ties into what I just said now, but, I remember Jim Rohn said in a video once, he said that his mentor told him, Jim, set a goal to become a millionaire for what it will make of you to achieve it. Even if you don't want the $1 million at the end of it, give it away. But the person you become in the process is what you should be after. Okay? A valuable person. Because that kind of person, you can strip him of everything he owns. Cars, houses. Because of the person he's become now, he'll be able to make it back all again. Okay? So the person that you become in the process should be more important to you than the money. The next point is, don't apologize if you did nothing wrong. Kill the inner nice guy. I meet a lot of guys who just, you hear girls saying things like, I want a golden retriever boyfriend, but I see a lot of guys that are like that almost. Oh, sorry, when they don't have to say sorry. Don't say sorry if you've done nothing wrong. Kill the nice guy, bro. Because the reason why you're saying sorry constantly is because you're intimidated. You don't want to upset anybody. You're afraid of controversy. If you've done absolutely nothing wrong, you're allowed to have your own opinion, by the way. And your opinion is your opinion. And unless you're going out there out of your way to harm people, then you're entitled to say what you want to say. I see a lot of guys that apologize in situations where they did absolutely nothing wrong. It infuriates me. Stand your fucking ground, man. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't back down. This is what I believe, guys, about this subject. And if somebody gets angry, well, that's their problem. Because the moment somebody resorts to anger or violence, then you know that they can't stand their ground when it comes to, verbally putting a point across that makes sense. They get so frustrated, they resort to what? Becoming a Neanderthal and hurling insults and attacking you. Come on, man. But don't back down. Say what you mean what you say. I see this especially when it comes to the way some guys interact with girls, especially a beautiful girl, right? They'll suddenly become the male version of her. Everything she says, they agree with. Yeah, no, I agree. Yes, 100%. Yeah. Guys that are misogynistic, they're so bad, aren't they? And look, I don't agree with misogyny as a practice. But you just see how all these guys suddenly become little, golden retriever puppies, agreeing with everything the girl says. Bro, the girl doesn't even want that. She wants you to have disagreements. I don't know, as long as you're not a fucking dick about it and you're hurling insults at her, then, voice your own opinion. Maybe she becomes enlightened after that conversation. Hey, you know what? I don't think of it this way. But you saying, no, I agree with everything. That's my favorite music. I love Harry Styles as well. Yeah. Bro, she's going to look at you like, yeah, this sucker wants it so bad. I know that's how he is. I know that for a fact that he isn't like this in real life. Outside of this interaction. He's saying all this because he wants to impress me. It's that nice guy syndrome. You put on an act in order to seek approval. It's very snaky, bro. You're deceiving people. When you're a nice guy, you're a slimy bastard. Because that's not who you really are. Deep down inside, you've got another motive. But you put on the nice guy act. It's the same thing with guys that are happy to be friend-zoned by a girl that they are incredibly attracted to. That's why I don't believe that if you're incredibly attracted to a girl, that you can become just platonic friends with her. You can't. You'll struggle, bro. And look, even if you hang around in the friend zone forever waiting for her to break up from her bad boyfriend, she may lean on you in a hard time, but she ain't going to take you seriously, bro. Because she ain't going to respect you. You stood around for 2 years as she was getting by the other dude. I will always be here for you, Stephanie. And bro, she don't respect you, man. She don't. Okay? So going back to the first point, don't apologize if you did nothing wrong. The next point is, you don't get a second chance at a first impression, fellas. Dress your best. Dress immaculately well. People look at you and make an assumption. Now, somebody might comment down below, well, that's unfair. People should know what's in your heart, Ali. That's what's most important. Well, they'll find out what kind of person you are if they decide to speak to you. But people will make a judgment. That's just human nature. Within, like a tenth of a second? And if you dress like a fucking piece of shit, ripped clothes, ripped jeans. I mean, for goodness sakes, guys, get rid of the ripped jeans. Come on, we're men here. We're not going to wear ripped jeans, bro. Or tight jeans that look like yoga pants. Get rid of them, bro. Put on a nice suit. I mean, or you could wear dark denim and a nice blazer on top. You know, I'm not saying you got to be suited and booted every day. You don't have to be like me. You know, and I have different fabrics, guys. Different blazers, different colored trousers. You know, I like to play around with it. Combine different colors, right? But I always ensure that I dress well because I respect myself. It's a sign of self-respect when you dress well. I dress well, make sure I smell well. Right? But also people look and they're like, wow. You know, the amount of compliments I receive on a regular basis because of the way I dress. You have to experience it for yourself. And for those of you that have experienced it, comment down below, let me know. Dress immaculately well, fellas. You'll notice the way people treat you will be completely different. At airports, people, some of the staff at airports will fast track you because of the way you dress. And I know someone's going to be like, well, Ali, I'm not going to wear a suit on an 8-hour flight. I get it. But don't come to the fucking airport in pajamas, bro. And some slippers. That's just me personally. Just saying. I ensure that I look crispy clean everywhere I go. My self-image is important to me. I want to make sure that people look at me and they're like, wow, this is a gentleman that takes care of himself. But most importantly, I do it for me. Because when I stand in front of the mirror after putting on a nice blazer or a nice suit, I feel good. And when you feel good, you do good, fellas. Remember that. When you feel good, you do good. And simply putting on a well-fitted suit does so much for your self-esteem. Nice fragrance. Out the house. Tapping away with your loafers. Man, I'm telling you, you're going to feel like $1 billion. So dress to impress. The next point is an abundance mindset will serve you well. There are so many options. Do not live in fear. This applies to both relationships. If a girl broke up with you, it can feel like she was the only girl that was right for you. She wasn't the only one. There are many ones that are suitable for you. Eliminate this Disney fairy tale. There are many suitable options. Now, obviously, you can't marry every woman in the world. But you will meet another woman that will tick pretty much everything you're looking for. Every box. When it comes to your job as well. Maybe you got fired from a job that you thought was the best thing that ever happened to you and you were so happy there and the people were great and now you're frustrated and you think you're never going to find a good job like this again. And then even better opportunity comes. More money, more flexibility, more perks, advantages, right? A better team, more opportunities for progress. And you've got to expect to have those options come to you as well. You have to, bro. Now, you know what? There'll be another job for me. A better job. You've got to say things like this to yourself. Yeah, you know what? We broke up. But you know what? There is no shortage of women out there that would be attracted to me. I'm an attractive guy. I take care of myself. You've got to say these things to yourself, bro. Live in abundance. There is enough out there. Don't worry. Don't live in fear. Oh my God, but what if I'll never find it? You will, bro. Okay, relax. Take a deep breath. Everything will work out. Everything will be okay. All right? The next point is the only true failure is giving up, and I spoke briefly about this. But it's true. Making mistakes along the way, that's okay, bro. We all make mistakes. You started a business, you did something stupid, you ordered too much of one product, or, I mean, things happen, bro. You're going to make mistakes. That's not failure. The only failure is throwing in the towel and deciding, oh, this is too difficult, I don't want to do this anymore. That's failure. Because you've given up on you. You know, but making mistakes along the way, bro, that's necessary for your development. Nobody gets it right 100% of the time. Nobody. Nobody wins every trade in the market. No. Even if you're a talented trader, you're not going to win every trade. You know, Lionel Messi isn't going to score every free kick, and he's Lionel Messi. It's all right, bro. Don't give up on you. That's the most important thing. Keep going. Keep swinging it back. Keep taking that free kick. At some point, you're going to score. All right? And last but not least, do not fall for words. Do not fall for words. Judge somebody based on their actions. People will talk a load of shit. Yeah, you can count on me, and then when in a time of need, you can't count on them. You know, a lot of guys believe absolutely everything a woman will say to them. But she'll say one thing, but her actions won't align. Judge her on her actions. In everything in life, guys, judge people based off of their actions. Yes, it's nice to believe in the good in people, but some people will take the piss. You know, yeah, he'll believe me. They think you're gullible. They think you're stupid. You'll believe them. Judge them on their actions. What did they do? What is the evidence? Because that says more about them than their words. What they did. You know, a girl can tell a guy, I absolutely love you and I want to marry and I want to be with you, and still go and sleep with somebody else. It can happen. I'm not saying every woman's like that. No, I'm not pessimistic. But in some cases, it's happened to some guys where a girl's told them that and she still slept with somebody else. So her doing that tells you everything you need to know about her. Don't fall for the words of, oh, but Ali, she told me she'll marry me one day. Yeah, what did she do? And some will keep pushing the boundaries to see what it will take for you to defend yourself, to stand up for yourself. People will poke and prod. And guys with low self-esteem will just keep taking it. It's okay, it's okay. No, forgiveness, Ali, forgiveness. Yeah, but there comes a point where you got to draw a line in the sand and say, enough is enough. You're taking the fucking piss. And the earlier you do that, the better. Because if you don't check them early, and this applies to every scenario, by the way. Your friend does something to take the piss. Your manager at work, or a girl that you're in a relationship with. You got to draw a line in the sand. I don't accept that. Early on. Because then people know, whoa, okay. Because most people have never been checked in life before. They've had everything their way. The people that they've interacted with have low self-esteem. People with low self-esteem do not typically stand up for themselves. Because they believe they deserve that punishment. It's a subconscious thing. They keep taking it. Stand up for yourself. And remember, their actions say a lot more about them than their fucking words. With that being said, thanks for watching this video, fellas. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like, comment down below, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. Peace and love.